back at Scheffler Gymnasium. Southeast with the basketball. And Josh, they will start with a 16-7 advantage. 4 3-pointers, including that big one there by Anderson to end the first.
Yeah, you couldn't ask for a better start if you're Southeast. On fire and playing pretty good defense. But the Railers did a good job of sustaining that big lead that they had. Ball knocked away. Bowlby tracks it down. Edward, and we've got a held ball as it'll go back to the Railers. Nice job by the Railers forcing the turnover. Tyler Horsham back in, Bobby Donofsky out. Josh. 5 turnovers already for the Railers, Jeff, and we're averaging right around 11 or 12 for a game. So, again, the speed of Southeast already posing a problem for the Railers. Gavin inbounds to Podbelsic, who comes back to get the pass. Well, I'll see if the Railers, after that first quarter, can calm down. Just down 9. Max is double team. Max trying to get out of it, hands to Gavin. Double team comes to Gavin's side. Now Max will fire a 3, top of the key. He hits again. We talked about him being a little more aggressive. 2 threes there for Max right at the top of the key. And he already looks early on in this game as aggressive as we've seen him this year as far as the offensive end. Looking to go baseline. Nice job by Bowlby as he cuts it off from Hughes. Hill back to Hughes again. Jumper on the way. Shoots it long. No good. Rebound to block. Bowlby hit him after the shot too. Up quickly, Podbelsic on the right wing. Looking down low for Bowlby. Skips it through to Horsham, to Gavin. Max. Over to Block down in the corner. 6:45 to go first half. Railers down by 6, 16-10. Max looks to drive. Contact, and he's going to be fouled. That's going to go against Till. That'll be his first 4th team foul. And like we said, an aggressive Max Cook really changes the way this team plays. Well, you got another option. Really, last Friday night, we were playing with offensively 4 options because Max really wasn't looking to go to the hoop tonight. A whole different player, and maybe coach got into him a little bit over the week of practice and saying, hey, you better be aggressive. Gavin with the spin to Bowlby. His 3, he got hammered, no call. Gavin tried to tip the rebound away. Body's on the floor. Ahead quickly, Southeast looking to run. Anderson down low to Henry against Bowlby. Kicks back out to Senor, to Anderson on the left side. Yeah, so far the Railers have done a good job on the big man inside. Anderson now to Senor. He's got 3 threes. Does he hit a 4th? He does. 19-10, back to a 9-point advantage for the Spartans. 6 minutes to go in the first half. Horsham's picked up his dribble in a bad spot on the sideline. Gavin to a cutting Podbelsic. Podbelsic has his shot blocked by Henry. They're looking to run. Over to Anderson, the reverse layup, no good. Senor, the tip is good. Yeah, Senor right now is everywhere for the Southeast. Railers got to find him. 14 points already for number 14 for Southeast. Bowlby, the little 8-footer, up over Henry is good. Good job by Max attacking the basket. He brought Henry to him on the penetration and kicked it right to Bowlby. Bowlby with a nice shot over the outstretched arms of long arms of Henry. 21-12, 5.5 to go in the first half. Senor again. This one rattles no good, but Henry's there for the tip. That's no good. He brings it down, and we've got a whistle and a held ball. Nice job by the Railers reaching in there. It'll stay with Southeast. But again, Josh, the Railers at least making their presence known underneath. Physical, really physical. Gavin going after it, Edward going after it like crazy. Hope the fatigue doesn't set in soon. Inbound near the timeline. Anderson swings it around the left side. Senor has it in the corner, knocked away, and it's out of bounds. Nice job by Bowlby as he slapped it away from Senor, who dribbled it right on the sideline, called by the official. So a turnover gives the ball back to Lincoln. Yeah, good job by Bowlby in the really one-on-one. It wasn't even a trap, and he did a good job against Senor. That's what you got to do. You got to pressure him and make him get off that 3-point line. Double team comes to Max. Max gets it over to Gavin. Gavin's picked up his dribble, needs some help from a teammate, hands to Bowlby. Bowlby on the left side now, down to Horsham on top. Nice catch by Max near the timeline. Hill goes sliding by. Horsham fires a 3. Got it. Nice. Tyler's first 3, the leading 3-point shooter for the Railers. Ball loose, picked up by Will. Max, and then it's stolen away again. Gavin there, it's lost out of bounds. They're going to say it was touched last by Gavin. And they just raped Cook across the arms to steal it, and no call. Timeout's going to be taken by Southeast with the 4:29 mark.
They're taking a full timeout. We will take it as well. We will be back in 30 seconds. 21-15, Lincoln Trails. Back with Lincoln Railer friendly game of basketball. Okay, well, maybe not. I think we came to a rugby scrum.
Yeah, and the problem with this is I don't mind the rough play, but this leads to somebody getting upset, hit in the face, and then the elbows start flying, and then we've got a whole mess of problems. So if this is the way it's going to be played, then the guys got to keep their cool and still play tough and strong, just not let anything get to their head.
On the floor for the Railers, Gavin Block, Max Cook, Edward Bowlby, Tyler Horsham, Will Podbelsic. Southeast will inbound on the baseline. 4.5 to go here in our first half. It is 21-15, Southeast with the advantage. Hill to Hughes, over to Anderson to Senor. Dump it into Henry, and we're going to get Will for the whistle. Will picking up his first foul. That'll be the fourth. And Josh, fans who've been to Railer Southeast games before look like they're doing a lot with what they used to do to Mike Chandler. Henry right at the free throw line.
Yeah, why not? I don't think they've used him enough. He's skilled, he's big, 6'8" with long arms. He'd almost touch the basketball unless Senor was shooting from the three every time down the court.
Henry drives the lane, floater bounces around and falls good. Henry's first basket of the night.
Yeah, when he does catch it at the free throw line, we got to get a Railer body in front of him because he will put the ball on the ground and go to the basket.
Just past the halfway mark of the second quarter, Railers down 23-15. Bowlby on the left wing driving against Henry. Nice move by Edward off the glass is good.
Yeah, big time move by Edward. Nice reverse spin. Henry was really overplaying the right hand, and Bowlby did a nice spin and a great kiss off the glass.
So Southeast at the 3.5-minute mark. Into Henry again, knocked away from behind by Gavin, but it is Hughes who tracks it down and saves it inbounds for the Spartans.
Yeah, that loose ball again, Jeff. We just can't get one of them.
Anderson to Hill. Skips it over in the corner to Hughes, back on top to Hill. His three is on the way. Back rim, no good. And I think we're going to get Senor for coming over the back of Max. Senor picks up his first. It'll be the 5th team foul on the Spartans. And again, being very aggressive.
Yeah, good job by the Railers of boxing out. Max had him on his backside, and so did several other Railers. They're doing a good job of boxing out. When they shoot it, we can only give them one. We haven't been able to get to the loose ball, so we definitely got to get the rebounds.
Inbounds to Max. Max working against Hill, the 5'8" sophomore for Southeast. Podbelsic on the right wing, swinging around the perimeter. Max is going to try and drive against Hill. He's cut off. Backing in. Gavin from 15 had a shot, didn't take it. Max down in the left corner, back on top to Horsham. Railers started down 10-0, now down just 6. Need a good possession and a good look here. Gavin's picked up his dribble, needs some help, tries to cut it back to Podbelsic. In the corner, Bowlby almost stolen away, and a foul is going to be whistled. And that foul is going to go against... Well, we'll go against Hughes. That'll be his first 6th on the team.
That was close to a steal, too. He read that passing lane, and our guys didn't go get it.
What I was afraid of is that they were going to get it on Max for grabbing him after he tried to steal it. Horsham being bodied up by Hughes, now to Cook. And they throw to Podbelsic, only Will had a cut to the basket. So a turnover as Max throws it away. And when you get those extra possessions with the fouls, you just can't lose them.
Yeah, that's a turnover that unforced. Again, another one for the Railers. So got to keep playing defense. We've done a good job of battling back. We were down 10 at points in the game, and we got the lead cut to 6, 23-17.
2:10 to go. First half here in Springfield. Railers against Southeast in the corner. Hughes fires a high arcing three, and that's good. That's his first one of the night. Back to a 9-point advantage, 26-17. Quickly into the front court. Podbelsic skips it over. Horsham back on top to Gavin. Gavin fakes one way, drives the other, picks up his dribble, tries to bounce it down low, and a kick's going to be whistled on Henry. Although I'm not sure that was a good call. I think it just bounced off his leg. It wasn't a kick.
I think Gavin just threw it off of him, but we'll take it right now after, boy, the Spartans, they just don't have two shooters. Every one of them can shoot from the outside.
Horsham comes in, spots for three, on the way is good.
Yeah, big answer by the Railers. Tyler Horsham with another three, staying hot from the three-point line. We got to find him a little more.
26-20, a minute 45 to go. Stolen away by Podbelsic. Podbelsic one-on-one against Senor. Off the glass, count it.
How was that not goaltending?
Probably figured if it went in, they weren't going to call it. It did, so they don't. Yeah. and the basket is still shaking from Senor trying to block it. But the Railers have cut it to just a 4-point deficit now. Senor bounces underneath to Henry. Block is there, goes up, and it crawls in.
That's a big-time move right there.
28-22, Railers down 6 as we approach the 1-minute mark in a very quickly played first half. Gavin goes in, lays it up, count it, and he is fouled. Henry picks up his second. Gavin will go to the line for the 3-point play.
Boy, look at how many people are just sucking for error out there, Jeff. We've got every Railer with their hands on their knees. Guys in white are just struggling to get up and down the court. This has been fast-paced. Southeast is going to pressure you full court man-to-man, and we definitely had a long game so far. It's not even halftime yet.
Gavin missed the free throw, but the rebound is tipped out by Podbelsic, so under a minute to go. The Railers get the ball back. It opens up. Horsham goes in, and now Henry's picked up his third. So in a span, Josh, of maybe about 15 seconds of playing time, their big 6'8" Henry has picked up not his second, but his third.
Yeah, great job by Tyler. He knew he was going to get a shot blocked if he went in there and didn't use his body. And as strong as Tyler is, he went in, did a great job of using his body. Didn't really care if he was going to make the shot or not, but picked up the big foul and goes to the free throw line.
51.4 to go. Railers down by just 4, 28-24. Horsham's free throw, missed it. Henry, you got to believe, is going to be checking out here. Luke Jackson comes in. And, you know, it's interesting. Jackson comes in with 2.
Yeah.
Be big if you could pick up a third on him as well.
Really tells you that Southeast bench is a little slim on their end, too.
Horsham free throw. This one goes down. Railers' first free throw of the night. Tyler with 7, 28-25. Ball stolen away again, so the Railers, after being down 10-0 to start the contest, could cut it to 1, and a foul's going to be whistled on Hill. Picks up his second.
Yeah, Railers in the bonus. Got to knock these free throws down.
Got to get him here. That's the 9th team foul against Southeast. Gavin Block goes back to the line. He'll be shooting 1 and bonus.
And as aggressive as Southeast was and did a good job of really not fouling in the first quarter, they've picked up a lot of fouls here in the second quarter, and now the Railers are going to pay for it. 42 seconds left, so probably going to be the last possession for the Railers. And Gavin's got to knock this, cut it down to a 1-point lead for the Spartans, but then come down and get a stop. Boy, that's a huge momentum burst for the Railers going into halftime.
Got the first, got the second. The Railers have cut it to 1, 28-27. We're at 36 seconds to go.
Take a charge.
Hill takes it off the glass, wouldn't go down, tried to tip it in. Jackson still couldn't get it to go down. Fighting for it, it's Big Edward Bowlby comes out of there with it. So after everything, the Railers with a chance to hopefully hold for 1, although with this defense, and we've got a foul. And let's see what the officials are talking this over. And are they going to whistle on Max? Are they going to get it on Hill? And a timeout was given to the Railers, just a 30, so we will keep it here at Scheffler. And well, I tell you what, you know, we talked about the Spartans, the Railers, not much bench play, very physical. You got to think the officials are getting winded too.
Well, I tell you one thing, when I was playing, Southeast always had not the best team in the Central State 8. Usually we were on top, or Springfield was right there. But when you played Southeast, and you took off your uniform after the game, you knew you had been in a war. I mean, you're talking about blood, sopping jersey. You were wore out for a couple of days. And this is the way this game is, exactly what Southeast did when I played. There's pressure, full court man. They just try to wear you down. And not only are the Railers feeling it, but you see a lot of hands on knees for the team in white too.
20 seconds to go. Railers down just 1 as we approach halftime. Cook handling against Anderson. Got to watch the 5 count, trying to get out of it. Dribbles down to Bowlby, back on top to Gavin. We're down to 7. Pod, 3.
Man.
Back rim, no good. Bowlby tries to grab it. Edward gets it back, flips it up off the glass. Won't go down. Pod flips it up. There was no foul. Did they get the foul? They did with 0.7 to go as the Railers crash the boards. And Podbelsic will go to the line. That foul is going to go against Hill. And now Hill has picked up his 3rd foul.
Boy, we've been active. You love to see when Will Podbelsic goes to the boards, because he's up there as high as any kid that's 6'4", but he's only 5'10", but he can jump and he goes after it.
Pod gets 2. First one on the way. We're tied. So with 0.7 to go, after everything that's happened, we're back where we started, even. Free throw up. Missed it. Ball chipped away, and that's how this first half will end. At the end of our first half, it is Lincoln 28, Southeast 28. We'll be back with our halftime in just a moment. We'll be back in 2 minutes. You're listening to Lincoln Railers.